Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, F.E. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. We're never tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the champ and the tramp, let the bomb blast.
So hey, Champ and the Tramp, episode 25. 26. I just said it in Portuguese.
Who's the dumb one now?
Who's the dumb one now? Still Roger. Still Roger. So here, Frankie Perez is supposed to be our guest tonight.
We're a little worried.
Yeah. No, I'm sure something happened where he had slipped his mind or
Probably high.
slept in. Probably high. He's fucking crystal meth in it.
He's working on a tiger farm right now.
Oh shit. But yeah, so just me and Raj back to the Tango and Cash. You ever see Tango and Cash?
Yeah, great movie.
That's
man.
one of my best movies.
That
One
is
of
a
my
great
favorite
movie.
movies.
Great movie. Great movie.
Who do you think you would be, Tango or Cash?
Stallone was which one?
Stallone was Cash.
And
right?
then the other guy was the one that's married to the hot chick,
No.
right? What's her name?
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, yeah.
Huh? Tango was Stallone. Yeah, you're right.
I gotta be.
Yeah,
I gotta be
and-
Tango.
You think you're Stallone?
I think I'm. Oh yeah, I think.
I can see you with the mullet definitely more. I
a lot of face work, a little Botox. I'm into it.
Yeah.
Wasn't the other guy?
The guy, Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell, wasn't he
Cash,
Big Trouble in Little China?
He was. That was a
great,
phenomenal movie.
Bro, when I was a kid, I fucking loved that movie.
That was one of my favorites.
It had a little bit of everything in it.
I mean, when you were a kid, like you must have been like at the movies watching it.
What a dick, man. Everything's an age joke. It'll be my birthday tomorrow, and he's still not nice to me.
It is, dude. Happy birthday, man.
Thanks, buddy.
45? 45
freaking years old.
You're doing all right, dude.
Thanks,
Think
buddy.
about when we were young and you pictured a 45-year-old.
Ancient. I pictured
Right?
ancient. Yeah,
Right?
yeah. I remember, I don't know why this sticks out. Dumb shit sticks out in everybody's head. But I remember when my aunt, who's much younger than my mother, turned 30 when I was a little kid. And I thought, wow, she's 30. That's old.
Oh, bitch.
I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
No. It's crazy. I feel like when I was young, a 50-year-old was great. What I do is I go back and look at pictures of my dad or my parents when they were let me see what they look like when I were my age. You know what I mean? Like, damn.
What do they look like?
I mean, they look young.
Yeah.
Drunk and high. No.
Basically like you. Then.
Just like me.
See?
None of that. No more of that, buddy.
Like father, like son.
No more of that. Not for a little.
It's funny to go back and look at pictures of how your parents dressed you, man. But it was, you're comparing it to modern day. It's hard to do that because back then it was like the style,
Yeah, I'm sure.
Those great big lapel collars and shit. And
I'm sure when our kids look at their kindergarten pictures, they're gonna be like, "Damn, look at that busted ass shit."
Yep.
Especially,
there's a joke coming. I know
it's
coming.
It's coming.
I could hear the gears turning.
No, but I'm just saying. Did you guys knit your own clothes back then in Maine?
My grandmother she could knit, she could sew. She made Afghans. You know what an Afghan is? Quilts and Afghans.
I know a couple Afghanis.
Be careful, man, what you say in these times. Holy shit.
No,
the world is on fire right now. No, I know it's not, but I'm just saying, generally speaking, be careful.
Listen, you want me to fucking lay down the law? And,
I'm saying, doesn't matter.
Put a flag in the ground. I hear you.
Doesn't matter what you say. Somebody's going to be offended. So
of course.
We could film 2 hours of a rock, and somebody would be offended by it. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, imagine just having the rock there and have not talk for 2 fucking hours.
Well, first of all, if the Rock was on the show, the real Rock, and never said a word, my girl would be salivating the entire time. Someone showed up at the house. It was my birthday weekend. Somebody showed up with his new tequila, and she had her girlfriend who was at my house take a video of her pouring shots and sent it to the Rock because she was hoping. She's obsessed with the Rock, obsessed. And I keep saying, look, if you can land the Rock, I'll come to your wedding because he's the man. He is the man. He is the man. He's the man, and she's obsessed.
I'd go to that wedding too.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. You can be my date.
There you go. Perfect. But it is crazy times.
So last time we were down here,
The Rock, he's 50 something.
yeah, but he's a workhorse, man. He's just a workhorse, but he's a giant workhorse. I mean, I know you're going to disagree with me because you're not humongous, but do you think it's harder when you're bigger to stay in shape or you got bigger mass, bigger weight? I mean, I look at Hulk Hogan. He's like 92 back surgeries in.
I would think so. Absolutely. You do. The bigger you are, the harder it is on your body.
I would think, but I mean, that's again.
But your muscles are bigger, your ligaments
Right.
are bigger, your bones are bigger, so
Correct.
you have more support. But,
Correct.
I
don't know.
I
I don't know how to look at it.
I still think a big guy is just tough.
48 years old. He's 6'3".
48, yeah.
Like
6'4".
Oh, you're taller than The Rock? You can look down The Rock, bro?
He's
What?
fucking. He's built way better. He's a genetic freak, man. Even when he was a kid, you see pictures of him when he was a kid. He was a genetic freak. He was skinny, but you could just see genetically.
Wide ass shoulders.
He was a freak, man. Yeah.
That little, he had that
I didn't have those genetics.
little porn stash.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, and the fucking
Fanny pack.
the famous picture. Yeah. So yeah, last time we were down here, we discussed George Floyd, which literally had just happened. Matter of fact, I didn't even know he had passed away. Lou Googled it, and it's been a week, or almost a week. What an incredible, crazy fallout that is still ongoing.
No.
Frankie, Edgar, what is your take
40
on
cities.
it?
Hey, I want
What
to
is your take on
bring
it?
something up because we talked about it last week. And you said, do you think that guy did that out of racism? Do you think it was racism? Because you said, and I'm not trying to play on the spot here a little bit.
Yeah.
But
I think what my exact words were.
But you said you'd be surprised. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Right.
You'd be surprised if he'd still be on the force, right?
I said, yeah. The guy
I know,
he
so that-
looked
that's
like
a-
an older guy.
Right,
so,
and that yeah, all right, because he's been
Right.
on the force, and that is definitely sounds like a reasonable statement, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I kind of got your point, but did you see his rap sheet?
Yep, I did.
You know, so that's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is a problem. Like, how many infractions can you have
Right.
until you get to the point where you kill somebody?
Right. Yeah, no, listen.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to George Floyd's family and that.
And like,
Whole
dude, the way
situation.
it went down, it's things I've been thinking of. The way it went down, like the way he had his knee on his neck and is looking around all nonchalant. Like, he is that much of a bad person that knew he was getting filmed and didn't give a fuck.
Mhm.
He didn't think he was doing wrong.
That mace out to one person.
Yeah.
At one point, shook it and was like,
Yeah.
I cannot see it any other way. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't, and it's crazy because I don't think anybody, I mean, maybe there's a couple white supremacists out there that, disagree, but anybody that sees it any other way. And I feel like that city had the support of everybody, the world, and look what it turned into. I mean, I feel like they sort of blew their shot.
Well, I just think a lot of it was like the perfect storm. Dude, half these people that are protesting or protesting, really rioting. Because people that are protesting are doing it like, dude, Jersey, hats off to Jersey, right? In Newark and Camden,
Right.
peaceful protests with the police.
Correct.
So, hey, that's great. I definitely wouldn't expect
Jersey wins one for once.
Yeah.
For once.
For now. Let's not count our eggs before they
That's
hatch,
true.
right?
Yeah.
But these people are just everywhere.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
where you at, Lou?
Oh, that
good?
thing beeped?
Making noise?
I heard something beep,
I heard
yeah.
something. All right, little technical difficulties, people. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. I don't know. I don't see how. I don't see a benefit. I don't see a benefit. I know a benefit of the response with the protest. Well, it's not even protest. It's rioting, burning down your own communities.
No, I
I
think
don't
the protest. You got, that's how you get known, right, or get heard, rather, right. The riots definitely not. But I feel like most of these people riots aren't like they're not even, black people. Half of them. I think more than half are white. More than half.
Yeah,
I would
again,
say.
I don't know the stats, but you certainly do in the videos you see. You do see a lot of white people and where they're from, or if they're bussed in, or this whole, you've been hearing about this George Soros conspiracy, and I mean, if that's actually true, and I guess it's been proven true that people have been bussed in some of the Black Lives Matter movements in the past. I'm not sure about this particular movement, but yeah, where are these people coming from?
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. But I was trying to stay before I kind of got sidetracked. it's a perfect storm. People have been locked up in their houses for
Correct.
months,
Correct.
looking for something to do,
Right.
looking for someone to be angry at.
Yeah.
Now they got it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Is this like, dude? For real, there's obviously a problem with black people getting fucking killed by cops.
Mm-hmm.
There's a problem. You can't deny it at this point. Nobody can. And like maybe it does it. I'm not saying I'm not. I think it's all. I feel so bad for these innocent people that are getting killed in these riots or businesses getting broken down. But like, what are these people like? If you were a black, we're not black people, so it's hard for us to really relate. But like, if I was a black dude, I'd be like, what the fuck, man? What is it gonna take? Maybe this is what it's gonna take. I don't know.
I don't know either. You know, you hear all these different side arguments, and I think you and I try to always do the right thing and try to hear both sides, and you know. But somebody posted a video on Instagram. It was a black conservative, actually. I don't know who it was that posted a video of a similar case that had happened, and it was a white guy that similar died. You know, they held him down. They crushed his lungs or whatever they were holding down. And it's a camera from a cop, and it's like, whoever heard of this guy? Anybody ever heard of this dude? It was a black conservative guy that posted it and said it. You know what I mean? So I get it, but I feel like obviously the media is for sure the enemy. Listen,
okay, they want us to divide us. They definitely want us at each other's throats. But I mean, there's still an issue because you're seeing it so much more.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you say okay, so you contradict yourself there a little bit. You say you're seeing it so much more.
I know, in the media.
You're blaming the media.
Correct.
So
but I mean,
is it because it's actually happening more, or is it because the media is
but
exploiting it?
But it's different nowadays. Social media, shit is on social media.
Yeah.
It doesn't take like me and you could share something and anybody.
Correct.
So it doesn't take like an outlet to do that.
Correct. But don't you think because it's the case, that's the case that cops are now like, because everybody got a camera. I mean, don't you think that most cops, I mean, this fucking cop is the dumbest fucking person on planet Earth. Don't you think most cops are like, I better mind my P's and Q's and like,
but I'm saying, but okay, then that almost solidifies the fact that that black people are getting persecuted by cops or profiled by cops because this guy just showed it and had no disregard.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm saying the conservative that said, that showed that video online disagrees with you. He said, the media is exploiting it. They'll take something off Facebook or off social media, and then they'll expose it to the world. That person might have 1,000 followers, but they'll expose it to hundreds of millions to divide people, divide America, and obviously there's a political gain behind it. But that was his point of view. I'm not saying that's my point of view.
You see Killer Mike's speech? You know who Killer Mike is?
I know who Killer Mike is, and I heard about his speech, but no, I didn't see it.
It was amazing, really good. He fucking cried. It was from the heart. I think he's from Atlanta, right? He's Atlanta.
I
yes,
believe.
He is.
Yeah.
And he was saying his dad is a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
I think his brother is a police officer. And he's like, but this has got to stop, And
Mm-hmm.
he was saying like, don't be burning down our fucking our businesses. They're black-owned businesses.
You see that one video, black gentleman, business owner. This goes back to I'm going to misquote. I don't know if it was the Watts riots or what it was. Riot in our past, in our history. It's going around and circulating all over the thing, but he's out in the street saying, I come from the ghetto. I come from, where you come from, and I rose up. I worked my ass off to build a business. Why are you burning my business down? It was really heartfelt, man. The guy's crying in the street in the middle of his businesses that are on fire behind him, saying, I came from the street. I came from nothing. I worked my ass off to get. Why you burning mine? Go after the people that persecuted you, Doesn't really make any logical sense. You don't just burn the cop's house down.
Yeah.
Burn his parents' house down.
Yeah.
Burn his car,
Right. No, I mean, if they wanted to bring, but I don't know. I agree.
You got. I would think it would take.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think the counter argument there, because I've heard it before, is this is how we get attention.
That's what I'm saying. That's
what has to happen.
But I think you could be. They want you to be on one side or the other. That's what the media wants you to.
Correct.
Care about one thing or the other thing.
Correct.
We care about both. Like I definitely am upset, and I think there needs to be police reform.
Correct.
Or something yo, you have that much bullshit in your jacket. Like you're done. Or you need to get a mental fucking overview before you get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I also think, hey, don't be fucking burning down innocent people's businesses, dude. I seen some guy. I guess he was out with a sword. Yeah. He didn't look like he should be holding a fucking sword. That's for much. And they beat the fuck at him. He looked dead, dude.
I heard 5 people have been killed in these riots.
Yeah, this is my guy. Might have been
That's
one.
what I heard. But don't you think that if anything, because you can hide racism, you can hide systemic racism. It's easily hideable to do it and hide it. And a counter argument is that the thin blue line covers it up. But don't you think good cops? Don't you think the answer? I think the answer is that good cops, and I still and I always will believe that the far vast majority, the abundance of cops are good cops. I believe it. You'll never convince me otherwise. From personal experience to my own experiences with cops, and I understand that I'm a white guy. I get that, but I just don't believe that inherently all cops are racist and bad. I do think there are bad ones. Certainly, it's being exposed. But don't you think the answer is for cops to start policing cops? Turn in shit cops. Turn in bad cops.
Yeah,
that's what has to happen.
Yeah,
you got to turn in racist bad cops.
I do agree.
You have to.
But they don't. But that's part of the cop code,
Well, no, I think it's changing. Look at how many.
But
cops
not even like the fact that race. But I'm just saying the cop code is you have each other's back. You don't tell each other.
I don't think anymore. And here's why. It's very simple. Cops are dying because of bad cops. Good cops are dying because of bad cops.
Right. Yeah.
Good cops are getting shot while sitting in their cruiser that are honorable good cops because a fucking fuck up bad cop did some dumb shit, some racist shit, and tarnished the name of all cops. So now good cops have no other choice or duty than to cross that thin blue line and turn in shit cops because it's their life. Their family depends on it. Their lives depend on it, in my opinion. And look what's happening, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And I think you're going to see more cops dying because of this.
Yeah, and then they don't deserve it. You're right.
Look what happened with the sniper that took out the car. That was, months later that sniper incident happened? What? After the Ferguson case? Wasn't it related to the Ferguson case? With the sniper downtown Dallas, I think it was. Wasn't it downtown Dallas?
I don't know.
Took out like 5-6 cops, and they cornered him in a building.
I do remember.
It was all over. I think it was. I think it was related to the Ferguson.
Was Texas?
I thought it was Dallas. Could be wrong, but it was like at a parade or something, and he just opened fired on the cops and took out like 5 cops. Was it Dallas?
5 officers.
And that was in retaliation for Ferguson, correct?
Xavier Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. See, this is why we got Lou. Google.
Yeah, perfect.
Not an idiot, but that was in retaliation.
We got Lugal.
For Lugal. I fucking love that. I fucking love that. I'm not even calling him anything but Lugal from now on. You are Lugal, bro. Props.
Lugal.
Props.
Lugal.
That was good. Lugal in the house. In direct retaliation, I believe they blew that guy up with a bomb. They couldn't get to him, so they walked a bomb in, a robot bomb, and blew him the fuck up.
Wow.
I'm 99%
Was he
sure.
ex-military or anything like that?
Probably. They always are.
Target was white police officer, straight up just white police
Yeah. And there's a shootout, man. You got to watch it. This is where we got to get a TV, guys. We need a sponsor so we can afford some shit. But there's a shootout where a couple of officers jump out of a car moving, like slow moving, and they engage this guy with literally a concrete pillar between them. It's like a round pillar. He's on one side with a long rifle. You never want to be in close combat with a long rifle versus a pistol. And I'm almost positive, I thought it was 2 cops, might be 1 cop, was armed with a pistol. He should win that shootout. No, the guy with the AR smoked him. Yeah, Xavier.
Oh, an AR?
An AR, close contact. It was literally feet apart. And the guy with the pistol should have won that shootout, and he didn't. It was essentially one guy bobbed right.
I thought he meant like a long rifle.
Long rifle.
An AR is considered a long rifle?
Correct, yep.
Really?
100%.
Don't seem that long.
Like
a sniper rifle.
They just call a rifle a long rifle. I don't know what the stats is, over 18 inches, maybe 24 inches. I don't know what they consider a long rifle, but anything with a rifle bore.
You might consider a long rifle a little different than my long rifle, buddy.
Anything with a rifle bore would be considered a long rifle. So, yeah. But anyway, that guy, and again, Lou, did you see that was related to Ferguson, right, in retaliation, and it was months later, I believe.
Yeah, well, this has been
going
on.
That's why I say
this has been going on for
die.
7 days now.
Yeah,
and 40 cities. Has that ever happened?
No. And here's what I want to know. Here's what we never talked about.
Yesterday they were getting SWAT ready for Howell.
No way.
And nothing must have happened.
Wow. Nobody talks about what do you think is going through this cop's brain? I mean, you got to look out. He's got to look out his window. It should be a bullet, is what it should be. He should just get rid of himself. But I mean, what do you think is going through this guy's head? Does he realize what he did to America? Like, does he realize?
Yeah. He brought everything to a head, is what he did.
Yeah,
because this has been going on.
Well, it's been brought to a head a number of times with a number of things, but this is the worst.
I think, just like I said, it's just like the perfect storm because the fucking coronavirus too.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Like, I guess coronavirus is over because fucking nobody
Nobody cares
dude,
anymore.
It doesn't. If these 40 cities that these riots or protests are happening in,
Yep.
if there's not spikes, then this shit didn't exist.
Listen, man, I never
I know it
subscribe.
exists,
I
I'm not,
never
you know,
subscribe to the
just
hype
saying.
of it anyway, ever. I'm not denying it exists. Not denying that some people have died from it, but I don't think it'll be the last time that we see some form of SARS, and more people will die. But it's sort of humanity's biological way of, right? That's how it works with any animal kingdom, right? Weak people die, or weak creatures die, and the strong carry on. I mean, that's how strong gene pools continue to grow, and it's sad, and it would be great if we all lived forever, but you think this will be the last strand of SARS we ever see? I don't.
No.
No.
I mean, it's the fucking. This is the 19th one, right?
See, maybe.
No.
You
That we see?
you think so? In our lifetime, we've already seen how many strands? 4 strands of SARS?
This is already 19, right? No.
That's for like the
I know the 5th, 6th time.
yeah,
I know.
no, the date and the
I know.
year.
I'm saying the
Yeah.
5th, 6th time. I messed that up. No, but supposedly SARS 20 is out already,
No way.
or the COVID 20. COVID 21. You can come into clubs too and shit.
Frankie's on a roll tonight.
The sun. I've been got a lot of sun the past.
Listen,
couple
man,
days.
you got a fight coming up.
Yeah.
You're either going to sign a new contract or maybe stand-up comedy.
Hey,
Hey, what do you think about that? How do you think
maybe
you would do?
I think I do better sit down comedy.
You've had world stage pressure on you before.
I would.
Could
I,
you
no,
could
I
you
would
get
no
up in
good,
front
no
of people
good.
and do comedy?
I could do it because I don't give a fuck. But would I be good at it? No, I don't think I'd be good.
You
at
literally wouldn't get embarrassed. Give me a situation that would embarrass
No,
you.
I would get embarrassed. I would be nervous. Like I'm
What-
fighting. I would definitely because I know I'd stink. You know what I mean?
What does embarrassed Frankie look like? Like, what do? You fucking
Whatever,
get?
you
I turn like purple.
Oh, I'm sure. I'd turn a color.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I sweat like a motherfucker. I turn like different shades because I just
Yeah.
don't want to look like an idiot. I don't want to look like an idiot.
I don't get embarrassed that easily. I guess.
Really? Yeah.
I don't do
I
dumb
think it's
shit.
good that
I
you don't want to look
dumb
like an
shit.
idiot because then it makes you,
Be normal.
well, you're
I
not,
definitely must.
You're not going to challenge Michael Jordan to a basketball game because you know you ain't going to win it. You're going to
I'm not. Like that's like different. Like there, I would love. I mean, no, I wouldn't challenge him to a basketball game. But I mean, yeah, no, like I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't want to look like an idiot. And if I was gonna do something challenging,
I think
which
everybody
I would work my ass off to be good at it,
everybody
you know?
acts a certain way, not to look a certain way. You know, is everyone 100% themselves? No, not 100% themselves.
I
Everyone,
don't know about Charlie Zelenoff or whatever his name is, that skinny white kid that goes around challenging every MMA guy and every boxer to a fight, and literally,
Who?
Charlie Zelenoff, is that his name? You never seen that dude?
Lugal.
Bro, he challenges everybody to a fight and fights him. And he's actually not bad for just some like amateur nobody boxer. He's okay. But he gets these big name fights by picking fights with people on the internet. Charlie Zelenoff, right? Is that his name? And he gets his clock clean and he keeps fighting like big name dudes, bro. Like big name dudes.
But I'm saying that people, like you act a certain way around certain people and a certain way around other people. Everyone has that. You don't think so?
Yeah. I mean,
You
yeah.
probably have like.
I think as you get older and you figure yourself out, you hang out
Yeah.
less with people that don't have that you can't be yourself around.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out with people that I have to act differently. You know what I mean?
No, I know, but not even like differently. I'm sure you hang out. You're a little different person with everybody you hang out with. Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean,
A little bit, right? I bet.
guess
I'm
so.
just saying.
Yeah,
In general,
yeah.
everybody's that way.
Yeah.
What's the synopsis, Lugal? If there's any pictures you could show Raj.
Yeah, he boxes. He fights everybody, right? Even MMA and mostly boxing, but MMA too. And he gets
Does he fight fucking the reality stars?
he gets his clock cleaned.
Does he? Did he
Yeah.
fight anybody that I know?
Oh, bro,
He goes after everyone.
Who's-
Marines,
Who?
Huh?
Marines.
yeah, fights.
He just goes after
And he talks so much shit, and he pisses them off so bad they're like, "Come meet me," and they actually fight him. Yeah, a ton of people you would heard of. Who was the huge fight that just happened? God, I can't think
What
of his name.
fight? Ferguson?
Tyson fought. Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder.
Deontay Wilder.
He fought Deontay Wilder.
What?
Yes, bro.
Yo, what?
I swear
In
to
what?
God,
With
bro.
what?
Boxing.
Wow.
Dante cleaned him, bro.
Dude, is this guy a big guy too?
No, skinny little white boy.
Like how big? Like the skinny little white boy.
I'd say he's like 6 foot tall and maybe 170 pounds or something.
Wow.
Fights all kinds of people. Yeah.
Holy cow.
You never heard of tonight when the podcast is over, YouTube Charlie Zelenoff and you'll come up with 40 fights of him fighting pro ranked dudes. And I mean, you'll look at him and like he's not horrible. He's
how
not
does he fight him in the
horrible.
gym? He fights him like the gym.
Shows up at their gym where they train and challenges them. Straps up. They film the whole thing. Shows up with the guys.
Does he like sign something like that?
No. They just he pisses them off so bad,
dude. This guy could like he could die. Deontay Wilder could kill that guy.
You want proof? He was out. You be the proof guy now? I don't know.
No, I believe.
He could.
They have to.
He
no
could.
way.
Maybe he shows up with a whole.
I mean, if Deontay Wilder,
so
hopefully he has someone saying, "Yo, don't hit this guy unless he signs something."
If you watch that one, pull that one up, Lou. Pull it up on the big screen.
We have that though.
If you pull it up, look how pissed off Deontay Wilder is, bro. They got people. His crew is peeling them off him, and he's still. I've seen. He's still trying to kill the guy.
I don't know who it was. I know Josh Neer actually. I think someone came to an MMA school. You see that a lot, and they try and challenge MMA guys, and these dudes get fucked up, right? Well,
he used to do the bully beatdown shit. Why didn't you ever do bully beatdown?
I did do it, yeah. Cause,
Eddie Alvarez did it.
He did it, yep.
Yeah.
It was on MTV.
Why? You never got approached?
No.
No.
Mm-hmm.
He's I
don't think any UFC guys were at the time.
How does he get everyone's phone number?
Oh, that's you. I'm like, who is Lou calling in the middle of the show?
Him calling Wilder. Deontay Wilder, professional actor. Hey, listen, Quan, talk shit, huh? Do you remember how you ducked me in 2012 and I beat Derek the Giant? Derek the Giant would knock you the fuck out, you son of a bitch. Let me ask you something.
Who's Derek the Giant?
That doesn't even sound like that. That's Charlie Zelenoff for sure.
Derek the Giant.
I didn't think he was that like. I think he had that big a vocabulary. I thought he was an idiot, but doesn't.
Derek the Giant. You think you could fuck up Derek the Giant?
Yeah, I got Derek the Giant all day. Dude, somebody showed up at my house today. A good friend of yesterday, rather. Good friends of Danielle's, couple from Brooklyn. I really like them.
Wait.
April and Andrew.
Good friend of Danielle's. A couple from Brooklyn.
Showed up yesterday just to hang out in the backyard a little bit or whatever. And the first thing she says, I haven't seen him in a month, is, man, you lost a lot of weight, Raj. And I was like, it stings so bad when people say that.
Well, you don't want to lose weight?
No. I want to be 250 but jacked, and I haven't been to the gym in forever.
Bro, but you don't need a gym, man.
I agree.
You need a gym.
Listen, it's an excuse for being lazy. I admit it.
Well, then let's. Hey, the only way to stop is to start.
Okay, so text me to come over and start. Let's start lifting. What day works for you?
Well, I'm training for a fight, buddy.
See?
Dude, I'm not. Hey, I'm not the one that wants to be big and jacked. You know.
Okay, well, I agree with you. I guess I just got to buy some weights.
Even just start pull-ups and push-ups.
I do a little bit of pull-ups and push-ups. I've been doing a ton of bike riding, so not that that's anything crazy, but
wait, bike riding? What, you and Danielle?
No,
leisurely bike rides?
No, I put them in the trailer behind me because Danielle refuses. Danielle will do a mile and be like, "Okay, I'm tired. Let's go home." You can do a mile in like 10 minutes, not even 5 minutes on a bike, right? So then it should be done. So I got this little tow-behind cart. It's like an Allen cart that barely fits one kid. I think the weight capacity is like 50 pounds on it. Well, Danielle gets in it with Grayson. Fits in this little thing. I got a video of us, and I'll do like 6-7 miles with them in that thing, uphill, downhill.
It's pretty tough.
It's a decent workout.
Yeah,
right. It's a decent workout. Yeah.
You huffing
on
and
a
puffing?
fat tire bike.
You huffing and puffing
on a fat tire bike because it's the only one that has the hookup for it.
With the fat tire, like what?
Beach cruiser.
Oh,
like
really?
Fat tire. Not a beach cruiser.
No, it's like a mountain bike with the big.
It's like
big
a 10
tires.
speed, but get the fat tires. Yeah, mountain bike. Yeah.
How is it? You could really ride on sand in those, right?
I never have yet. We just go to Alair State Park and ride the paved part. But yeah, I think you can ride on. You couldn't ride in like dunes where it's real soft, but you could ride on the beach. I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
that's cool.
Yeah. So
I know I've seen them at Alair. Those with the big tires.
I run into a few. Danielle says it looks fucking stupid. Sell it, but
you got it just because you like the big tires.
Yeah, just I'll go to the beach on this thing.
I got fat tires, bro.
Fat tire. I got a fat tire bike. Hey, look at me. I needed a hey, look at me bike. Kind of like your car. Hey, look at me.
No, the car is not a fucking Cadillac. Shit. But this, how long do you think this is gonna go on for?
I think
the
if I had to predict,
or the riots, rather.
if I had to predict, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I believe that some cops are going to get assassinated. If you had to say, I
How
think,
close do you think it's going to get to us?
as far as rioting,
Yeah.
places burning down, I don't think it's going to come anywhere near. It's going to be major
Don't
metropolitan.
you feel? I feel
major
good.
metropolitan
I feel good
cities.
like living in where we live.
I agree. I don't think it'll ever come anywhere near. The closest maybe Newark, Trenton, maybe the closest if it
Well,
happens.
and people are
but it hasn't happened yet.
People are protesting
It won't.
at Pier Village, Long Branch.
Yeah.
Like peaceful protests
Right.
and stuff.
Cops are gonna, and I hope I'm wrong. My belief is cops are gonna die. Cops are gonna get assassinated sitting at 2 a.m. on their beat shift in their car, fucking running traffic, whatever, parked, and they're gonna get assassinated, and it's gonna get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
How is that the answer? I get the argument.
What is the answer? We don't know, right?
If you're asking
Yeah,
me,
well, yeah.
if
Do
you're asking
you have
me,
anything?
I already said. I think good cops need to start ratting out bad cops, not ratting them out, just being honest and saying, look, this guy's going to get me killed.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't turn this fucking clown in that I know is a closet racist, I'm going to get killed.
Yeah. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, I think that's a good step. I think, hold them more accountable maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the biggest thing, I know what I could do. Like, what can I do? Can I write my senator or this and that? I don't know. I'm not really that kind of guy.
Mm.
But, like, you just treat people fucking good.
Everybody.
Treat everybody good. And teach my kids not to be fucking, not
Right.
to think people are different. I think that's the biggest thing. Because, I mean, as much as racism is definitely still alive, it's got to be better than it was 50 years ago.
Well, I mean, there's no better line, not to be, not to.
But I'm saying it's
steal
no better.
somebody.
It's no better. I mean, it's got to be better 50 years ago. So we hope it's even better 50 years from now.
In my opinion, there's no question it's better than it was.
But
50 years
if you
ago.
think about it, if you fast forward time, there should be one race, right? At one point, because everyone's mixing, especially in America. Everyone's mixing.
I saw something. I forget what it was, but I got sidetracked. What I was going to say is there's no better statement than MLK's statement. Don't judge somebody by the color of the skin, but judge them by the content of their character. I mean, that's really shouldn't matter who you are. If you're a man, woman, whoever, you should be. That's how I am. I'm an individualist. I base everybody on how they are as an individual and how they carry themselves and what the merit of the character is. Doesn't matter. You can be a piece of shit scumbag if you're black, and you can be a piece of shit scumbag if you're white. Doesn't matter. But speaking of what you talked about, supposed to be one nation. I saw something. I don't know if it was a documentary. It was something on YouTube about the Muslim race. How that is, I think the average American has, and I know this doesn't sound correct, and I'm going to get these numbers wrong, but the average American family has, children-wise, is it 1.5 children? I know you're like, how can you have 1.5 children? But that's how the number offsets itself. Or is it 2.5? I think it's 1.5 children, right? And the average Muslim family has something. Again, I'm gonna be wrong. I want you to pull this up. Google, has something like 10 children. So they're saying if you do the math and do all the addition, I mean, it will take over the entire world in not that far foreseeable future, something like that.
You're saying that religion will take over the whole world?
Well, based on their belief system of how many children a family should raise. You know what I mean?
I don't know if that's 100% true.
I'm asking Lou to look it up. Google.
I mean, I know a lot of Muslim people.
Yeah.
They don't all have 10 kids.
Well, I'm just telling you that was something I watched.
Average family size 2019, 1.5 children.
I got it right. I got half of it
In
right.
the U.S.
For
America.
for American family. So
They
I got,
say, and
I got one stat right.
I've heard.
Let's see
I don't
how
know. I
far
don't know
off
who
I am.
I've heard. I've heard someone say this that, we are pretty much just replacing ourselves.
Correct.
Only Africa.
Correct.
Africa's the only continent where they're still making more than But I think it's because they have a less.
I don't know if it's
population.
just Africa. According to this, try to pull up the stats on.
And it has to do with being developed. The more developed, the more educated the population is. I think
Is
the
it
less
because?
kids they have.
Is it because?
Muslim India, 2019 is 2.1 children. 3.1 children in Muslim India.
What, Asia? Yeah. Asia's Russia.
Yeah, I don't know how they group that as a whole for but because again
There's so many.
that didn't make sense, right? I said American. Yeah, you're talking about a religion as opposed to a country. But anyway, I watched some some show or some speaker on that, and he threw out some crazy numbers about how you said aren't we all supposed to be one race, one?
No, not one religion. I'm saying just one race though. If everybody keeps mixing, I mean, look, religion. The reason of religion will keep us separated. Really, if you think about it, as far as maybe race. I don't know.
Most wars have been over religion.
Yeah.
Most wars.
But I'm saying if you keep going, if stuff keeps mixing, which it does seem to happen, right? It's going to be one race. Everybody's going to be all mixed kids, right?
What? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to compare that to other I mean, dogs. There's fucking 7,000 species, and then dogs don't care who they fuck. They fuck everybody.
Exactly.
But there's still 7,000 species.
I know, but that's because we're fucking. We make them do with that. We make them breed.
I suppose that's a kind
Imagine,
of
say you take those, people leave Earth and there's dogs. They're gonna start fucking breeding with each other, and guess what's gonna happen? What's the end product gonna be?
Yeah, but is that
a fucking wolf? It's gonna be a wolf again. You know what I mean? So we keep cross pollinating with each other.
It won't be a wolf. It'll be some hybrid.
No,
it won't be a wolf.
I mean, it'll be a wolf.
Every dog is breeding with a
what?
If a wolf
or a wolf?
A wolf. Wolf of Wall Street.
A wolf or a wolf?
I'm from Maine.
Wolf. I think a fucking little. That's my kids used to call dogs. Oh look, wolf.
What a dick. If a wolf,
dude, wow.
Wolf breeds with a Chihuahua and does it for 1,000 years. It's not gonna. The end result is not gonna be a full-bred wolf.
No, I would think this. Because every breed came from a wolf, right?
Yeah.
A Chihuahua and a fucking Great Dane, right? But through breeding. I think if
it's statistically not correct. It's a saber-tooth tiger. They all come from saber-tooth.
No. So if I would imagine, yeah, I'm sure. But if they kept just fucking cross, breeding, once the people left Earth, right? They just kept cross breeding. Eventually, they will get back to the fucking wolf.
Frankie Egger's biology report right here.
You don't think so?
No.
Why? Why not?
Because
Why
it
not?
is crossbred. It is not going to ever. What are you saying? Like the strongest gene?
Yeah, you're right. It would have. That's how it probably work. It
would be a hybrid.
Yeah,
it would definitely be a hybrid. No matter how many years you did it, because it's not.
But what if the wolf is the strongest one?
Strongest gene, which I'm sure.
Yeah, what if
all
those genes, whatever, the bigger fur, the fur, the size, this, that.
Can we get a biologist on here? Because I'm not sure how to answer that. I would still think it would be a hybrid. I would still think. That's why they want purebred dogs. They only breed them with the highest quality dog of that actual species. They don't ever.
You told me, okay, but still, a Chihuahua is from a fucking wolf.
Okay, right.
A wolf.
But it's still not a purebred wolf. Still not. It's from a wolf, but at some point something fucked something else and made this hybrid.
No, that's the same. What do you mean? What did it fuck? A fucking.
So if nothing but wolves have been fucking, it probably fucked something other than.
So you think to get to the Chihuahua?
Fuck a rabbit. And
Listen, that's what I'm saying. Do you think to get
you ever seen a Chihuahua run? Hobbs.
Do you think to get to a Chihuahua and have to fuck a different animal? Yeah. No, you're not being serious.
Bro, I'm from Maine. My cousin fucked my uncle. And
but you're not being serious.
You should see what that kid looks like.
No, but you're not being serious. All right.
No.
Okay.
No, not. It fucks.
You don't think you're gonna get back to that 100%.
That's my point. But let's talk. Let's talk about what you're talking about. How did it happen then? How did it? I don't think it fucked a rabbit, obviously. But how did other breeds? If there was only ever one wolf,
that's not easy to explain. But I think you could explain it. You get the wolf. This wolf has too much hair. Well, first off, this is what they did with wolves, by the way.
Okay.
They didn't just go after wolves because wolves are still wild,
not
right?
to keep correcting you, but it's wolves.
No, wolves are still wild, right?
Yeah.
Why are there still wolves and there's dogs? You know what I mean? Right. So we didn't civilize them. What we did is we got one wolf that came near the fire, and ate our food.
Okay.
That wolf's kind of cool. We got that wolf, and we kind of trained that wolf. We bred that wolf with another wolf that was kind of cool. Not with a crazy wolf. We bred it with that wolf.
I agree with you.
Right?
It's still 100% wolf.
Okay, now listen.
How does it end up with the name Chihuahua?
Listen.
Okay.
Listen. So then, I want the wolf with a little less hair.
Okay.
So one's born with a little less hair. I find that one. I get another one with a little less hair. and then I go from there. I want one with a little less hair, a little less hair. I get a little less hair. Right? Or I want one that's a little smaller. I breed the smaller ones. I want one that has floppy ears. I breed one with floppy fucking ears.
Totally with you. But
that's how it happens.
It's still 100% wolf. These, I mean, it would still have the same characteristics.
No, because once I. So you really think that this fucking thing was like bred with
a chipmunk?
Yeah, like for real.
I think a chipmunk.
So what are Newfoundlands? They fucked a bear, you know?
Yeah, those things are hairy. Yeah, I think possibly
no,
fucked a bear.
No, really, dude, we do need a biologist.
I need to know now because I'm fucked.
What do you mean you didn't know? Don't tell me this guy's right.
No, I don't think he's right, but I don't know. You're
I don't know the answer either. That's a good question. Like,
I do believe, obviously, you know, a fucking chipmunk and a rabbit, but there are things that, I mean, fucking.
No, but look,
there are things in the wild that fuck each other all the time that they're completely different species.
I don't know about that.
100%.
How do you know?
You ever? I mean, go to farm. You see all kinds. Humans fuck pigs, for God's sakes. I've seen a video.
I guess that can happen. They can't procreate, right?
I hope not.
Like a dog and a wolf could fuck and make a fucking half wolf, half dog. You understand
zebra,
that, right?
What is it? A zebra and a horse can have a kid, right?
I think they can. Yeah.
A zebra and a horse can fuck. And
so what? They're the
that's
same family.
That's how I think it happens. Like a zebra and like
but a zebra is a horse.
Something close.
No, but a zebra is
Zebra's
a horse.
Not a horse. It's not a horse.
It's a fucking striped horse.
It's something from a completely foreign, continent. And
dude,
probably some iceberg floated over somewhere with some fucking horse on it.
Did you watch Ice Age?
Did you watch Ice Age? Landed in Africa. That horse fucked a zebra and had some crossbred. I'm telling you.
No, listen. Let's go back to the dog.
Go
back to the dogs.
That's history.
So we get the
iceberg all the way to Africa.
The dogs, look,
from North America.
The dogs. I said we get them with less hair. You get them with floppy ears. This and that. You end up with this fucking dog. They're so far removed from that wolf. That's why they're not a wolf. They're a fucking domesticated dog. That's how we get to the dog. You understand? You know, that doesn't make sense to you guys.
So simple. Horse, iceberg, Africa. That's it.
You're saying a big wolf fucks a floppy-eared wolf.
No, it's obviously not that simple.
How does it become mutt or a dog?
Because it's so far removed. Now you're breeding it. That puppy has puppies. They're nowhere near the wolves anymore. You understand? So that you're domesticating them, and you keep taking the ones that have less hair.
I think a wolf.
Boom, that's what we got.
Fuck something that's not a wolf.
Dude, you're crazy, bro.
I think so.
I understand where you're coming from, though. We're all gonna be mutts soon enough. Mutts, like
I would imagine. If it goes this way, I'm sure it'll take a long time.
We're mostly mutts now, most of us.
I mean, in America, the melting pot, a lot of people are.
Well, Europe too, a lot of Europe.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know, Frank. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how wolves became. I don't. How did wolves become ligers?
Dude,
put that in.
Listen,
Lou.
Do you think this guy
Iceberg. Horse took an iceberg to Africa. Paddled
horses weren't even in Northern America.
In my world, they were.
Yeah, fucking Roger.
What do you mean? How was
your world? Where's your world? Brokeback Mountain.
The native people were here with horses. So what do you mean?
Negative.
They weren't.
No, they were not.
They were riding lagers.
They were riding dogs. No, woofs.
Okay, so
no, they
enlighten me.
They didn't have horses.
You are. If I had a mic, because I want people to hear this, you are fucking Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. Without it,
spot
I'm fucking.
Your exact fucking words were exactly what the fuck I just
He
read.
nailed
How
it?
do you like that?
Shit, word for word.
How do you like that?
He nailed it.
How do we like that?
Just very simply, dogs were probably domesticated by accident when wolves began trailing ancient hunter-gatherers to snack on their garbage. Docile wolves
fucking read this last
extra
night.
Food scraps. The theory goes, so they survived better and passed their genes. Eventually, these friendly wolves evolved into dogs.
Thank you. Thank you.
I swear, if you
Friendly
swear,
wolves
if you swear in
into
your life,
dogs.
You swear in your life you never read that.
I've heard somebody talk about it, and I may have read it. I look up shit all the time.
All right, well,
But not tonight.
I'll give you credit. That's good.
Listen,
you have
need to start listening,
memory
bro.
retention.
No, it's called fucking
I still think
smart. I have a high IQ.
I still think a raccoon and a wolf possibly could have fucked. I don't care what you say.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah,
But isn't it still a wolf? Let's get off this. Whatever. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't have a mic on.
it's not a
Well,
wolf.
that's happening now in humans. We were talking about. I mean, you can hybrid a child now, and they do it in a lab.
CRISPR.
Where
Where they mess with your embryo.
Sounds like a gay
you're
website,
born.
but it's not.
CRISPR.
Yeah. So walk me through that because we talked about it briefly. You knew more about it than me, but you can
know
hybrid.
much about it.
Hybrid a child now.
Well,
literally.
No, I mean,
Construct a child in a lab.
well, I don't know about quite that. You can mess with the embryo, and suppose they made kids. They made kids resistant to AIDS. Yeah. But I'm saying if they're doing that, imagine what else they could do. They're saying you're gonna be able to make kids resistant to diseases, or you're gonna make a kid fucking 10 feet tall.
Well,
That's
you can make a sex, right? You can already do that.
You can do that,
and that now you can
Well, this CRISPR, I think, what happened in gene editing, whatever, in China. I don't know how anything happened here yet.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
China got some crazy shit going on over there.
Did you see something that I don't know, was it in Europe or no, South America, somewhere? The monkey stole the coronavirus thing, was like eating it or something. So like a coronavirus blood vial and was eating it. I'm like, yo, where are we going with this world? It gets crazier and crazy. It's just not. I don't know. I can't take it almost.
I know. Doesn't part of you want to move to just some,
But where? You can't even get away no more. In America, you can't get away.
You could move to some fucking desert island, but you UFC pricks took it from us, and now you're going to go fight on it.
Yeah.
Fucking assholes.
I just want one thing. Before, when you said it's got to be better than 50 years ago,
Right.
you hope that in 50 years it'll be better?
Yeah.
I'm scared shitless for my kid's future.
I know. I am very scared of the kids' future.
So talk about it. Go to the far extreme. Race war, right? Race war happens. How?
No way, race war.
No, it doesn't.
No
but
way.
that's the extreme,
Don't
right?
happen.
No.
If anything, it's a class war. That will happen.
Upper class, lower class.
Like that,
Is that-
or maybe not, or
That's like that movie. That's like the movie
ideology
shit.
war. You know,
Yeah.
or red blue war.
That's like the Purge, bro. If it's a class war, it's the Purge, where rich people hunt poor people, basically.
That's what that is, really.
Essentially, right? Basically, what the Purge is. Yeah, all the rich people with big houses they lock them down, and the poor people are left out in society on their own with no protection. And I forget exactly how the Purge worked. They hunt them in the house, or they hunt them outside of the house.
Don't matter. 24 hours of just.
24 hours. It's a pass on killing whoever, and they always target like.
12 hours.
Is it 12? They always target the lowest class
right?
of people. Yeah.
I don't really remember that much.
Yeah, it's a crazy concept, but I mean that's son of what you're talking about. If you think it's going to be a war between upper class and lower class,
I don't know about upper. I don't even know if that. I think like
Lou, where do we fall? We're gonna get killed. You gonna shoot us? Frankie?
me.
You fucking
Yeah.
upper class prick.
Listen,
You're gonna
upper
kill.
class.
You can't kill Lugal. He's got
Lugal.
kids. Lugal.
No, I don't think it'll be a class war, but I mean like an ideology war, or just like just they just want us divided. It could be red, blue. I don't know.
Define that. I'm curious your take on it. Truly am. You're an educated guy. More so, you nailed that. They
Fucking wolves, bro.
They want to divide us. Who is they?
I don't know. I don't know who they is. I mean the people that want to get shit done without worrying about us being in their affairs. So when we're at each other's throats yelling at each other, they're doing whatever the fuck they want to do. And who is it they? I don't know.
Well, do you understand? And I don't fully, truly. The talk and the discussion that George Soros is behind a lot of this, buses people in. It's my basic understanding of it is because he can influence greatly economic structure, correct? And he has financial gain because he can influence economic structure because of this. I mean, that's basically my understanding of it from a limited mindset.
Yeah, I don't really know much about George Soros. Is he a political figure? What is he?
No,
Is
I
he
think
a business
he's
owner?
a businessman, I believe. And
media guy, maybe? I really don't even know. I've been hearing his name.
Lugal, pull up exactly what George Soros does. I know he's a multi-billionaire, but I believe he's done it before, affects economies in other countries for financial gain. For how it's actually done, I don't know, but the point of view is that he's doing it here.
I seen something about called an accelerator. Someone posted something. If you could look this up, Lugal, when you get a chance. Accelerator is someone that they would maybe work for this guy if that's the case, and they go and they create drama.
Anarchy. It's essentially anarchy, right?
Because they accelerate.
But they
want to make this there's propaganda worse and
Correct.
worse.
Correct.
And they want to make the racial tension worse and worse because there's economic gain for it. But how
Right.
does he get economic gain from that? That's what I want to
Yeah,
know.
well,
I can see political gain.
Openly admit that I don't exactly know, but what do you got, Lou?
Hungarian American billionaire, investor, and philanthropist.
Right, but what is? I know that he took a huge loss. There was some foreign country.
Democratic ideals and causes for more than 30 years.
Yeah, but what? Why is the belief? Google, I don't know how you word it, that George Soros involves himself in political protests and. Well, Google is looking that up. You have a fight coming up, and you are going to Fight Island.
Fight Island, yes.
That's definite.
It's pretty much definite, I believe.
And what do you know about Fight Island?
I don't know nothing about Fight Island.
Really? They don't tell you shit?
Nope.
Wow.
It's on island.
So you get a plane ticket, what, a week before you go? And
I
then
don't know. I'm hoping they'll know. I would imagine they're going to let us know before. I mean, we're 6 weeks out now. So I imagine hopefully in a couple weeks I'll know.
I asked you this every fight. Actually, I kind of stopped asking you. And you give me the same answer. And I want to see if you're going to change your answer this time. I want to see. What is your fight game strategy going into this fight with Munoz?
It's the same.
Step a foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Fucking full throttle, wear him out.
Yep. Look for takedowns if they're there. Look for punches if not.
You think you'll do better on the ground with him?
He's a very good jiu-jitsu guy. Yeah. Very good jiu-jitsu guy.
I would have laughed if that was gay porn that just popped
Yeah,
up right
well,
there.
you know. I mean, if I was holding your phone, possibly.
I would start sneezing. So Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy,
Yeah.
why do you want to look for the takedowns?
I'm not. That's my thing. That's my fucking game plan for everybody.
You just roll with it.
That's
Whatever
what I fight.
opportunity.
I fight. I look for takedowns, and I look for takedowns to punches, and I look for punches to takedowns and kicks. I kind of like everything. So
Okay.
mix it up.
You feel like you need a win on this one?
You always need a win.
Yep.
You always need a win. You're only as good as your last fight.
I
you
agree.
always need a win. So
Do you feel pressure because it's your last fight in your contract to
pressure's
more pressure
there.
than no?
Pressure's there no matter what, man.
Doesn't matter.
I'm very critical of myself. I mean, I don't take losing very well, so
You don't. So I don't want to be doing this podcast with you. Can you win this one?
yeah.
You weren't yourself. You weren't yourself for like a week after the last one. So
I feel good about it. You know, the guy's good. Listen, I'm in the UFC. I've been here for
long fucking time.
13 plus years now, and I've always fought the best guys. So that's no different now.
Agreed. A little change in this one. 135, first time
35,
ever.
Yeah.
We've talked about it before, but no difference on strategy going down to 135.
No, definitely. I'm dieting. Like I'm 6 weeks out, and I've been dieting for 2 weeks. So I've never done that.
Now, do you think it will have any effect on your? You're known obviously for your amazing footwork. For your stamina. You can go 5 rounds, no problem.
I'll be honest.
Think it will have any impact on that whatsoever?
I'm gonna say no, but I won't know till I'll let you know July 12th.
Did you notice anything at all? Anything noticeable at all when you did your 155 to 145?
As far as weight,
as far as any differences, did you feel like you hit with more power at 155?
I think my punches stung maybe a little bit more.
At 155?
At 45.
At 45?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
More pop?
Yeah. I mean, the guys are a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
But, the guys are quicker at 45. Just like, at 35, I'm going to have a little more pop, but now they're going to be quicker.
Yeah.
And, and lightweights, 35, 25, 35, 45, even 55, they're very technical. They're very fast. They're very athletic. There are no longer dudes that can't do everything.
The lower weight fight classes are always the best ones to watch, in my opinion, because they're just nonstop, high-paced action.
Very technical.
I mean, it's cool to watch
scrambles.
It's cool to watch a heavyweight knock out another
absolutely.
heavyweight, but if you get out of round one, it just starts slowing down for the most part. There's a couple. Cain Velasquez was a guy that could stay on the gas the whole time. There's a few guys in that sport. Nagano's fun to watch. I don't know how he would ever do if he DC. Yeah, good, great.
Yeah.
Well, DC's 2 weight classes, but yeah. Stipe. There are some good guys, but for the most part, a lot of the guys, once they come out of the first round, the action starts slowing down.
Everybody does, but
not really,
it's
man.
more prevalent.
There's some guys in those light weight classes that looks just as good in the fifth as they did in the first.
It's more prevalent in the upper weights, though.
Yeah. I can name a ton of them right now, but I'm super stoked, super excited for this fight. Can't wait. I hope. Actually, I don't. I was gonna say I hope shit's open because a lot of times we'll go to Beacon 70. Sometimes I don't like having like 40 people at my house. Beacon 70 is a big supporter of yours.
Yeah.
I got Frankie pictures everywhere over there. That's pretty much the place we go. If there's a big crowd of us, we go. We cheer you on. I still left part of my fucking heart and soul on the bar over there when that Ortega fight. I literally laid on the bar for like 5 minutes and didn't move. Literally.
Yeah, that sucked.
But yeah, we'll be no matter where we are. If you can go out, we might be there supporting you, and if we
You
can't,
think? I
we'll
don't
be
think
at
so.
home. Probably not. I don't know. There's a lot of talk. You know, June there's supposed to be an announcement tomorrow.
Yeah, but
So we'll see.
they're talking about open at like 25% capacity.
I know.
Come on. These
Well,
places
I know
can't,
people
these
over
people
there.
can't survive on 25%.
I know
capacity.
people over there. We'll fill the 25% capacity.
I know, but I'm saying these people can't survive on 25% capacity.
they can't.
You know?
There ain't no 25% capacity at fucking Walmart or Target or all these major things. And
Yeah.
again, if you don't think that has something
And
to
that
do with
fucking protest ain't no 25%
no,
capacity.
not at all, not at all, not at all, man. So we're all everybody in this room's a dad, and you just said it to bite off what you just said. But you worried about your children? I am.
I am. I just don't know. What are they gonna have to grow up to? Is it gonna be this divide? Like, dude, I don't remember being this divided.
Not as a kid.
In our what?
Not as a kid, certainly not.
No, but even like just from when I started paying attention a little bit to now, I mean, this is definitely the most divided I believe our country has been. And you know, is it gonna get worse? Are we gonna be? Is it gonna even be worse? Because if it gets worse, that means it's almost like you're fighting one side, fighting the other.
Well, yeah, history's going backwards. If it's getting worse, it's
Yeah.
literally going backwards. You know.
I hope. I mean, we gotta believe in humanity, right?
I truly, again, I know I'll catch crazy about heat for this because I am a white guy and, you know, privileged and whatever people want to criticize. But I don't believe that it's going backwards. I still, you know, I think that the America has made great strides in you know, equal opportunity and things. I don't think we're going backwards. I think the media greatly accentuates and overhypes something god-awful that was done and brings such great attention to it, and it influences on a massive scale, and then you get rioting, looting, and, you know, these cops should burn. They should absolutely burn. And all of America, the whole world, you had the world, you know, staring at you and in complete support of that city, and look what happened. You know, who was against it? You know, nobody. Everybody's rallying in support.
I think a lot of people are just fed up.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you see as I agree with you. People are fed up, and I think something be done. But what do you think the reasonable solution is if you want to show your disdain and you know, what do you think people should do or should have done?
I don't know. I have no idea. They've been protesting.
Burning down 40 cities is not the answer.
No, definitely not.
Killing,
I think like Predator needs
assassinating
to come to
cops who you know nothing about.
But
you know nothing if there are.
like a Predator needs to come to Earth.
And do what?
And we have to fight them. And we need to unite to fight them. That will unite us.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad
I think
idea.
Reagan said that. Didn't say Predator, but he said something, an alien race will come down and unite us. Somebody said it. I don't know if it's Reagan. Somebody.
Yeah, I mean, hey, there are, you know, in the worst of times, we tend to come together. 9/11 was a perfect example.
Yeah, dude, didn't you think?
You know?
I thought that was going to happen with this coronavirus shit. I really did. I thought, oh, man, it's going to kind of get a little,
Yeah, well,
you know, and it went polar.
could have,
Polar opposite.
could have, you know. And I'm not
But
saying
no,
that
but then the media gets involved. That's the
Yeah.
problem. I think that's what it comes down to. The fucking media just stirs shit up. And
and
again,
I'm not saying the media
and
made
I think
that
Soros,
happen.
does
That
he own the
happened.
media? Does he own the media?
Find out Soros. I am curious about that. What his beneficial gain is from. I mean, it's clear. It's talked about all the time that Soros is responsible for bussing in people to, you know, protest and pay them, and it's quite widely spoken of. What is his gain? I know I believe it's an economic gain of some of some kind. I just don't know what. I don't know how to connect the dots there because I'm not smart enough. I'm not a political science major. This table's about to fall apart, bud. It's got a gangster leaning my way.
That's him, bro?
Yeah, that's him.
Motherfucker don't look like he can make it that long.
What is his what's his gain from impacting, economies?
I just read a comment about this dude.
Soros?
Yeah.
What's it say?
It said, oh man, I lost it. What was it? He also said, someone said, he said this, he said that something. He also said, I want to destroy the United States and make it so black people hate white people since they are the easiest to manipulate.
Wait. That's a quote?
No, this is someone fucking comment.
I'm like, I don't think that's
By
a
a
quote.
race war, which he funds black groups and creates riots. He's the one behind the Minneapolis riots. Is that true?
Well, again, it's talked about quite, but there's also a ton of conspiracy theories out there, so I never know what to believe. I just want to get to the grassroots of what his beneficial gain is, if he is doing that.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh man, I'm looking at some crazy stuff. Yes, it's true. We do worship Lucifer, sacrifice children, create all wars, poison humanity, tax you illegally, want a new world order, and consider you our slaves. Damn, that's pretty gangster. Is that true? Oh, Rothschild and Soros. Who's a Rothschild? What is a Rothschild?
Another
billionaire.
Yeah.
It's the evil empire, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't find anything on it?
No, that's a good way to finish this fucking depressing ass shit. No.
Yeah, right.
It is
I don't know,
scary, man.
I worry for my kids.
Yeah.
I worry that they're
everything's screwed, man. Right now, everything is not okay. Right? I mean, I don't want to be like, bearer of bad news.
Things are not okay,
or a Debbie Downer.
The counter argument from people would be that things have never been okay. Well,
they've definitely been better.
I guess my counter argument to that would be, where else would you want to live, though? Would you not want to live in America?
No.
Because I think most people that say America's never been great and America is horrible and they don't look at going anywhere else as an option either. Yeah. Still think it's the best place to live for everybody.
Yeah, I would think so.
It's not that hard to leave if you really want to, And I'm not trying to be insensitive. I think that it can be better. Definitely can be better. And I think we all have to come together to make it better. In my opinion, if you're asking me my personal opinion on where that really starts and where the biggest difference can come is cops policing cops. I think that has to happen.
But you like you said, you can't. You can live somewhere else, but it doesn't hurt to make it better.
Agreed.
To get better. Right?
Agreed. But if you fucking hate it and you're never gonna change and you're always gonna hate it, you should go somewhere else. If you're just gonna always hate where you live and always be of that mindset.
It's like you're having a job you hate. Right. You shouldn't have that.
I would never. Would you ever?
No.
Never. Ever. But I think that there are some people who just view things that way. It doesn't matter how, you can be think about it. You can be at the best party ever. Like everybody's in a chipper mood and there's always that one fucking person there that's fucking miserable. Always. Leave.
Yeah.
Nobody wants you here.
Some people like that. People enjoy misery. That's the problem.
I can't imagine it.
No, not at all.
Can't imagine
Not at all.
And you know who they are. They're always on social media. They're always. And it's like,
chirping.
Fucking hate my coworkers. I hate my job.
Social media is a bad thing, too.
In a lot of ways. You should not.
I mean, it has good things, but it has a lot of bad stuff.
You should not be on it if you can't handle heat. You should not be on it. If you're a sensitive person.
And how about them, they're really just waging war against certain people, too, social media. And, censoring people, and it's just...
did you see that?
Crazy.
It's on the front page of the paper. The, whoever, I guess they have a board, committee or whatever, but the guy that headed up that committee for Twitter for censorship is like a fucking Trump hater.
Oh, yeah. Calls him a Nazi.
And a leftist, hardcore leftist. And he's on the board and supposed to be
the guy
a neutral guy.
It, yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a neutral. So, Trump just came out with that release that they are now governing social media sites. You know what I mean? That
right.
That they can't do that.
Oh, did you see? He also said he declared Antifa, which I guess that's just the far radical left group, right? Antifa.
Yeah.
He declared them terrorists.
Yeah, I totally 100% support that.
Have
you ever seen an interview? Have you ever seen one interview? Have you ever seen one interview with anybody from Antifa that even knew why they're out there in the fucking streets. Like they're just angry people that they can't even
that
with
mob
a clear
mentality
with a clear and concise answer can't tell you the reason that they are there causing riots. They can't even. Every interview I've ever seen, they're like, "What? They're like, why are you here? What are you doing?" They don't know how to answer it. Like, I want chaos. I believe in anarchy. I'm an anarchist. Why though? Like, why?
Yeah.
You know.
Some people just want to see the world.
And you ask them if they voted or who they support or who they vote. I don't even vote. Like, I don't get it.
There's people like that just like chaos and drama.
Yeah, anarchists.
You know people like that. Not even like
do I know people like that personally? No, I would never.
Yes,
ever
not in like
surround
not. I'm
myself
saying
with somebody like that,
anarchists,
ever.
but you don't know people that like drama.
Yeah, but not anarchists. I
But
would.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Those are the most extreme.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I suppose. I feel like they're angry. They feel like the world owes them something. They're more often than not millennials that live in their parents' basement that feel like the world shafted them because they're not fucking Kim Kardashian and. It's ridiculous.
Or Roger
Matthews. Yeah, I don't know too many people that want to be Roger Matthews, but maybe Frankie Edgar.
I'd like to know what the air up there is like.
That's not even what I meant. I meant people want to be you. That was a good one. Yeah, I don't know, man. Crazy fucking times. I mean, we literally could sit down here every day and talk about, current state of affairs in the world, in America.
Especially now, I mean, and it's crazy. I thought we'd still be talking about COVID, and here we are. It's like people forgot about COVID real quick.
And if we're not part of the problem, I certainly don't think we are. Anybody in this room, now I know none of us are racist. If we're not part of the problem, are we doing ourselves a disservice by tuning into it? Are we doing it?
I think it's good to know. Like I said, I really tried my best to stay off social media today because it's like depressing, man.
Yeah.
You see bad stuff. You do see some good stuff, but more bad. And I just didn't want to, or you see some people's opinions. You're like, dude, how can people think this way and that way?
I know.
And it almost aggravates me. But then, you put it down and then just stay in your world. You're right. It is easier. But I mean, it's good to know what's going on. You can't just be blind to this shit.
I agree. So the last time we were down here, as people would know, we talked about it. It had just happened, I believe, that day. And I truly did not even know that George Floyd had passed away. Lou Googled it in this very room and said that he had. So it was very, very new. Nobody knew that the fallout was going to be what it was. But I didn't really weigh in on it too much. You know what I mean? I certainly support George Floyd and George Floyd's family. And I know everybody in this room does. I know the vast majority of the world does. I can't, maybe other than some neo-Nazi racist that doesn't. But, we discussed it. It was breaking news at the time. Here we are a week later, and I really didn't know how to weigh in. I was like, do I say something on social media, or is it just going to cause more flack to do that? And then I thought, well, I should show some solidarity, some support, whatever. And about that time, my buddy, Charlie from Live PD, Charlie Kingerly, from Illinois. Everybody loves him. He's one of the most beloved cops on that show. He hit me up and he was like, "Hey, bro, would you help me put this out there?" And I watched this whole video because I wanted to be sure he wasn't going to say. I knew he wasn't because I know him a little bit and I know he's a good cop. And I didn't know. I was like, man, he asked me to post it. Do I post it? I wasn't sure, and I did. I posted it, and it was literally he basically, for all intents and purposes, was saying, enough's enough. He weighed in on the media aspect. He weighed in on turning in bad cops. Turn your fucking shit in. Good cops need to out bad cops. If you're a bad cop, if you're a racing cop, turn your fucking shit in. He kept saying, turn your fucking shit in. He's a good dude, and he stands with George Floyd. He stands with their family. He believes it was murder, just like the rest of us do, or whatever. But I still got shit comments, like fucking saying, oh, all fucking cops are pigs. You should die.
Those are people that are just, they're saying that because it's social media.
Yeah, I guess. But I mean
some people just have hate in their heart, but social media is the easiest way to throw shit at.
And then people are like, and I'm pretty middle of the road. I mean, I'm a registered independent. You know what I mean? But I tend to have conservative views. I do. I think that comes from. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying this wrong, but I'm more of a facts and a proof and a tangible evidence and data, and I'm more that type of guy. And I feel like it comes a lot more from the conservative side. Except for wolves.
Well, wolves, he's
wolves of Wall Street. So people were saying, and I don't even follow Trump on Instagram. Don't even follow the guy, and they're like, unless you denounce the president, you're a fucking racist. And I'm like, what? I didn't even discuss. It wasn't even the. You just get, no matter where you fall.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
People want you so far one way, or people want you so far the other way.
Exactly. They want us divided, right?
It's crazy. That's crazy.
That's why it's kind of good to not. I mean, you got to stand. You got to be yourself. You got to stand for something.
Yeah. If you don't, what's the saying? If you don't stand for something, you stand for nothing. But I think you can stand for solidarity.
Yeah.
And sort of be in the middle.
Well, I mean, this one's an easy one. I feel like. I mean, dude, I think everyone knows something needs to happen. That guy needs to be held accountable. All those guys, and there should be some kind of reform. Definitely, I think everyone's on board with that.
Yeah.
And I don't know why everyone's so divided still.
I think, though, and again, I don't know, but I think there's an incredible amount of reform there now, and there's ways around. You can hide racism. It's called systemic racism. You can hide it. I think, my opinion is cops got to start outing other cops. It's got to happen, because they would know. No, the general public wouldn't know if someone's racist or not. If this guy was racist, I guarantee there was cops in his department that knew he was racist.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it'll come out. If he was, I'm sure it will come out in a trial. I mean, if there was ever a place it was going to come out.
I mean, you've seen his rap sheet.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't imagine he's not.
Yeah.
His wife says she's divorcing him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I mean, that guy, he's got to be contemplating just checking out and eating one,
Like, if he goes to jail and doesn't, you imagine they're gonna kill him in jail, right?
I would think.
I'd imagine.
The only people that are hated more than cops in jail are child molesters, really. You know, so it's crazy.
Well, good go here. All right.
All
Peace.
right. Chamber the Tramp out.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it was, man. We had to talk about George Floyd.
Yeah,